Okay, can you hear me now? And I'll repeat myself, even though I probably shouldn't, because I was happy now that you didn't hear me. But I went to go check and see. I said, I hope that I remember how to do all of this because it's been so long. So I went to go check to see when my last live was. And as it turns out, I was wearing the same blouse. Shh, don't tell anyone, even though I just told everybody. Anyway, that was March 14th was my last live. Sorry, you guys know I have my volume on when Mr. Boyfriend's not home, so that when he sends a message, I know. But can you hear me now? Oh man, there were three people in here. Now it's just one. Not just one if it's you, Mom, but still. Um, it's funny. Okay, cool. Thank you, Becky. Um, I have not gotten a notification about Granny D's channel for months, probably. Unfortunately, I also haven't spoken to her in a while. I spoke to her today via Messenger, and voila, I just got a notification that she's going live, which will likely affect this live because everybody goes to Granny D, which is awesome. Maybe she'll do uh, what is it called when a squirrel raid? You never know. She knows I'm live, and I told her I'm sorry. Well, I implied I was. I don't know that I actually said the words. I'm sorry, I'm going live, but okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Life has been crazy and a woman I walk a dog for is having a problem trying to figure out how to change her schedule with me, which will be like the second time she's changed and flip flopped her schedule. Because I had been walking her dog for 5 days a week for months now. And then I think while we were in Florida, no, just before I think we went to Florida, she changed it to just twice a day on Thursday and Friday because those are the days she works. But it's often out of the house Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just not for the whole day, but just wanted him walked. And then her husband had to go to the hospital one day, so she changed me back to 5 days a week, twice on Thursday and Friday. And now she switched me back to just twice a day on Thursday and Friday, which, yeah, I have a busy dog walking schedule. I'm walking anywhere from on a slow day, which would have been today, with including walking Miley, anywhere from 4 to 6 miles a day, which is kind of awesome. But anyway, that's not why we are here. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay, thank you. Hi, Donna. Welcome. How are you? Hello, sweetie. You look so good. Thank you very much. It's funny because when we went to Florida a few weeks ago, I had been doing so great, was losing weight. We were going to the gym all the time. Hold on a second. Mr. Boyfriend just said something. Aw, thanks. Oh, he's so sweet. I sent him a picture. I said, "Do I look okay?" And he goes, "Yes, you should be a model." That's love for you. Anyway, so I was losing weight, doing good. We were going to gym all the time because Mr. Boyfriend is training for a sprint triathlon, which is like a half triathlon. Like his son is doing the full triathlon, but he's doing, I think it's 750-meter swim, 25-kilometer bike ride, and a 5-kilometer run, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, his son is doing the same one, but he's doing the full Olympic length triathlon, which is double that. Um, and so Mr. Boyfriend is training for that because unfortunately we have both kind of let ourselves go a little bit. But we had gotten really good. We're going to the gym like almost every day, and I'm walking anywhere from 4 to 6 miles a day, sometimes 7. We went hiking several weeks ago with Miley. We went like 7 miles, 6.5 miles, something like that. We were just in Minneapolis last weekend. We went to go see friends who have a band in concert. They were on a 2.5 week tour and were finishing it off for their 15th year anniversary in their hometown. So we went over there to see them, which Sunday is part of the announcements for today. But we went to Minnehaha and had lunch and then went hiking along the river. Well, I guess it would be a lake or stream where we were, but we saw the waterfall and stuff. It was really cool. Highly recommend go to Minnehaha if you're in Minneapolis. And sea salt. Okay, everybody there said the food was amazing. It was good, but I wouldn't say amazing. Okay, so anyway, so we went to Florida the week before Easter, I think it was, for like 5 or 6 days. And I wasn't walking the dogs, obviously, because I took the week off. And came back, and we haven't been back to the gym, I think, since, except to show a friend the gym. So it's like all of a sudden everything exploded again. So we're trying to get back into the routine of working out. He needs to train. He has 2 months until this triathlon. I'm going to be his Sherpa, which is the person who carries the stuff along the way and everything and takes the pictures and whatever. And I hope the light behind me with the little crack in the curtains isn't bothersome, but the windows are open and I kind of want to feel the breeze when it comes through instead of blocking it and being hot. You know what I mean? Air conditioner's not in yet, although it's only 67 today, so not bad. But anyway, but Donna, thank you. I know about notifications. Half the ones I go to, I don't get notifications for anymore. I don't get notifications for almost anybody I used to follow. Not used to follow. Regularly followed, I should say. I don't get any notifications. The only notifications I get are from non-fiber arts related. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say that. I get Rose. I get Chevis regularly, those two. And a bunch of channels I never used to follow. So I don't understand that. But like, I don't know that I've ever been to once, and I get their notifications regularly. I'm like, okay, I don't even think I'm subscribed to you. Why am I getting your notifications? Okay, not that that's a problem, but I'm not getting the regular people's notifications. So it's very strange that today, after months of not getting notifications for Granny D, having spoken to her on Messenger, all of a sudden now I'm getting notifications for her. She said she hasn't gotten a notification for me in like a long time. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Because she's getting frustrated and I need to just calm her down for a second. Let's leave it alone for now. I'll check with Rover later this evening. Can't do it. All right. But we will figure it out. Okay, I may just turn my phone off because I don't know. It is really annoying that on the Rover app, a client can't adjust their schedule with their dog walker or sitter or whatever they have set up. You make a recurring schedule. I want Natalie 5 days a week from this time to this time, recurring until forever. But now I want to change my schedule. You can't just simply go in and change the schedule. You have to cancel the entire the entire thing and then resend a request to me for me to I'm like, it's so stupid. I've already had multiple clients that have had to do that. It's ridiculous. But anyway, just do what you got to do and I'll look at your pretty face. Thanks, Becky. Eyeballs would be nice here, I think. Anyway, So, announcements. Yeah. I don't know what this is going to do when I do this. Hold on. I'm going to do something. I want to check something. Okay, so I put on timeout, or put them on timeout for 30 minutes. You hit like if you hover over like their comment, three dots will come up on the right, and then it'll give you options to do stuff. I went ahead and put them in time out because I would like to be able to go. I did it for 30 minutes. I want to see if they come back because I'll be on here for longer than 30 minutes. I want to go to the channel, but I don't know what that's going to do to my live. I think it should just open up a new window, but I don't want to mess up the live by doing that. So if one of you are able to go to the channel and see anything, that would be fine. But that's not me. That's not me. Hey, I have made your live. Woohoo, Leanne. Wait a minute. What time is it by you? 4? Wait, you're 14 hours ahead, right? Right? So 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 6 a.m. 6:13 a.m. Yes? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? 6:13 a.m. That's not too bad. So welcome, Leanne. I'm so excited. Yay. So we got Becky. Well, Mom, I think, was first. Becky, Donna, Leanne. Yay, just after 7 a.m. So you're 15 hours. Okay. I was going to say 15 hours, but I second-guessed myself. Did she respond to me? Yes. Okay, anyway. So, announcements. Multiple things. Several months ago, maybe even been back in December, I can't remember, I had put a poll on my Facebook group as well as on the YouTube community tab asking if I were to have a direct sales show, which one would you prefer? And the options were Scentsy, Pampered Chef, and Color Street. On the Facebook group, Scentsy won. On the YouTube channel, on my community tab, Pampered Chef and Scentsy were tied. So I took that as Scentsy winning. Then life went all kinds of ways and whatever. She got busy. I got busy. It went by the wayside. Well, when I did my last vendor event, which that recap is not out, was not a good show. Stop. Oh, Miley's saying hi to her peeps. Miley. Hey, come here. Miley, put your fur down. She's saying hi to her peeps. The landlord is redoing some stuff upstairs because the tenants moved out. And so every time she hears the knocking or something, she barks. Anyway, so show not good. We sold $10. That was, what did we sell? A scrunchie and a baby octopus, because it's not multiple. A baby octopus and a scrunchie. And I think that was close to the end of the night. And I think both purchases were vendors, if I'm not mistaken. This is the third show I've done with this group. They're great. I've also spoken to other people who have been with them more often. I've heard one person I've gotten to know said she's done like 7 shows so far with them, and she is likely not going to do any more. They have a great idea. They promote seemingly well. There's just not good turnouts. So this is my third show. The first one was my very first show here in Illinois at the same place that this last show was at last year. The first show was last August, I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember what we sold. Maybe $40, $50, something like that. The second show with them was the first show for this year, which was in April. There we sold $5. And then we did another show just now, May 1st, I think it was. We sold $10. There was some traffic, but not great. And considering where it was and the fact that the restaurant it was at a VFW. So, and the restaurant attached to it was having trivia night. There was traffic in there. Some vendors did great. Like this woman who sold cookies. Oh, dear Lord. They were, I have to say, probably one of the best cookies I've had. One of. Certainly top 5 for sure. Like maybe even top 3 in my life. So she has a great product and she has a following. People follow her on Facebook, find out where she's going to be and go to her. She did great. She almost sold out. And a couple other vendors did okay. And then other vendors did like nothing. So anyway, however, the point is, I saw my Scentsy rep there. She was a vendor there. So we started, she's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So we caught up a little bit and we're going to do a show. It's going to start June 1st. It's going to run the entire month of June. We're planning on doing 2 lives together. She's going to come here possibly for both. One for sure. The other one, I may go to her or she may come. Well, the plan is she'll come here for the first show, which may be just before June. She's going to show a bunch of stuff, ask if anybody wants to see something. If they do and she has it at home, then on the second show, she'll show that. But I'll be able to then link both lives to the Facebook party that we have set up, or I can link it in all of my other videos so that if people want to go see the stuff live, they can. That's going to be an easier way for them to see it live, and we don't have to worry about that. She may even do a live on Facebook, and if we can figure it out, we may do it together. I don't know. I've never done a live on Facebook, but so there's a Scentsy party. It's going to be all of June. Here's the thing: they will ship anywhere in the United States. They are around the world. However, she is only like licensed to sell in the United States. So if you're local to either one of us or within a range that we're willing to travel and you place an order, it'll be shipped to her. We'll get it to you. No problem. If you live anywhere else in the United States, we'll explain all of this, but we'll have you place the order through her link and it'll be sent to you directly. If you live out of the United States, Canada, Australia, you, Leanne, or anywhere else, if you want to order, we can place the order and we can have it sent to one of us. We will just have to ship it to you. However, then the shipping is that you'll have to pay for the shipping. I think she said that anywhere in the United States, the shipping is like $5 no matter how much you order. You can order the entire catalog and the shipping would be $5. So it's not based on like weight or quantity or whatever. I think it's $5. Don't quote me, but we'll go over that. So anyway, Scentsy party. There will be more details to follow. I don't have a link yet because the party's not set up because it's only May 9th. So that's announcement number 1, which is announcement event, or I don't know how I named it. Announcement and whatever I said. So that's number 1. Hello, Larissa. Hello, sweet Leanne. It's so hard to sell handmade. Your tables look fantastic. I have a question. Do you have your makes online as well? Hi Donna Hun. Hi Donna. I don't yet because I need to get good pictures of them. I have a website. It's just under construction. Okay, I have a website, and I have my domain. I own my domain, and I have a website, but it's through a company we don't want to deal with, but we can't cancel. We paid for the year, and we can't. If we cancel, it's fine. We still lose the money. It's not like we can only pay for the 7 months. It's almost up actually in like 2 months, I think. Because in order for me to sell through there and accept credit cards, I have to go through their third party credit card company people who want to charge me 30% to use them. I'm like, you're going to charge me the credit card fees of 2 point whatever plus 10 cents per transaction and 30% of whatever? I don't think so. That's just not going to work. It just was ridiculous. And I don't know if it's because a lot of people don't use this place or what. Hold on. I may need to stand corrected on shipping. Let me ask her really quick. I'm asking her. I'm going to see when she answers me. Anyway, so Mr. Boyfriend's son, his middle child, who is a business mastermind. Yes, that's what he's going for in school. But by the age of 18, had owned 5 businesses. Yes, 5 successful businesses. At the age of 19, decided to focus more on school and liquidate his businesses at the age of 19. So I have no reason to not trust him, as well as the fact that, there's no reason for him to try to steer us wrong. He suggested to go with everybody wherever. So many people go, and that's Shopify, and I should have done that to begin with. He said you're going to pay a little bit more. However, they have people, like actual people to speak to. If you have questions, they help you with like basically everything. And so now we went ahead and we signed up with them. I just actually have to take the time to sit down and build the website and transfer my domain to them, or have them take over anyway, whatever. So it's under construction. Once that's done, yes, it'll be online. And I'm going to primarily focus on my website. I have Etsy still. However, Etsy's getting ridiculous with the fees and the everything and the whatever. And with the whole focusing on wanting you to do no shipping in order for you to be found on Etsy, I don't know that I want to deal with that. I may have it. See, the thing is that like I can go ahead and put everything up there, but then I'm also going to be paying the fees to have it on there. And I'm going to be paying for my website. So I want to get my website up because that's what's on my business card. My Etsy shop is also, but my website is what I focus on when I talk, when I'm going to be talking to people. Okay, I stand corrected. Shipping is $10 in the United States with Scentsy. Free shipping with $350 plus order, which is not difficult to do depending on what it is you want. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, so long answer to that, Leanne. It will be online. I'm hoping to take some time this week to focus on that. I still have some things I need to finish as far as products. I also need to rebuild up my base inventory. I don't have any more shows scheduled as of right now because our May schedule was crazy and our June weekend schedule is kind of building up with just stuff. So I'm trying to work on that. So that's the long answer around that. And it isn't hard to sell handmade. It depends on what show you're at. I'm trying to get into several high schools. The cookie lady, her name is Mary, and I wish I brought her business card, but I wasn't planning on talking about her. She gave me the name of several I'm trying to get into our local high school. They're having their 50th anniversary craft fair for Christmas. I think it's in October. It's an expensive table. It's a 3-day, it's a 2-day event. It's not cheap. We sent the money in. We sent in my pictures. It's a juried event, which means that they go off of, they look at your pictures. They look at everything that they can and then decide yes or no. However, people that have been coming to the show get first dibs on tables if there's anything left and they don't have too many of that craft, you could get in. I have not received an email yet saying that I'm in, but we also haven't received a check back. Get this. Their P.O. box was like 2 rows over from mine, but yet I still have to pay shipping to send it to them. Yeah. Anyway, that's a side note. So, I'm trying to get into some other high schools, and she gave me a little flyer thing with 2 different, there's 3 events, but April was already over. In October and November, September and November, I don't remember, something like that. Major event, not cheap on either one. However, there's thousands of people that come there. It's an established event. Like, nobody does badly there. So I've reached out to them. I'm waiting to hear back to see if there's room for another or a crochet, so I'm guessing another crocheter. Fingers crossed. If I can get into some of these high schools and those events, I'm not going to worry about any other events because high school events are like at least here, because a lot of times it's to support a team of the high school or some organization of the high school, and people want to support, so there's a lot more people, there's a lot more sales, there's a lot more whatever. So I'm trying to get into that. If I can get into those, then I'll be happy, and I'll just worry about building up my inventory to make sure I have excess amount so that if I go to one and I sell really well, I still have plenty. I don't have to like freak out. Oh crap, the next show's in 3 weeks. I have to rebuild my entire inventory. So fingers crossed, prayers, everything. I would appreciate it. Becky, I'm going to have to re-listen to your live simply because I cannot keep my train of thought on anything. All I can think of is this past weekend and the test I'll be doing at the later date. I completely understand, Becky. No worries. Lots of prayers for you. I get what you're saying, Becky. Good luck on your test down the line. Oh, Becky, I hope everything goes okay for you. I will be listening in. I need to get ready. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I went on lots of tangents without meaning to, and now I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Okay, we talked about Scentsy, $10 shipping in the U.S. Shows. When in September, just curious. I don't remember if it's September or October. I think I have the flyer in the car because that's where I've been primarily able to focus on it. I don't remember. I think it's October and November, not September. I'm almost positive it's October and November, or October, December. I think it's October and November. Okay, so events, announcements. 3 big announcements. Okay, So I'm going to leave the one from this past weekend as the last one. No, I can't, because I need to tell you about that for the other one, because the other one is tied into this. Okay, so like I said, this past weekend we were in Minneapolis. You guys, if there's time, we'll get a sneak peek at the yarn haul, which was all economic, but the yarn haul from this past weekend at a local yarn shop, which I'm going to tell you about in just a second. Our plans kind of changed, so we got to Minneapolis late. Actually, we got to the place we were staying at. We dropped Miley off. We settled her in. We took her for a walk. And then we went to the concert. We got there after the first band went on. And then we hung out with the band and had some dinner afterwards and got home really late. Next day, we got up early, went to a restaurant for breakfast, and then went back, packed everything up, grabbed Miley, took her for a walk, and then we decided to find a local yarn shop to go ahead and do a local yarn shop tour, which we are going to be planning. I'm trying to broaden that quite a bit. And that's another thing. That's not an announcement for now. So I looked up local the day before. I looked at, or I think it was the day before. No, I don't remember. I think it was the day before. I looked up local yarn shops where we were, which was closer to the city. We were only like 15 minutes out of the city, but in the city, and there were a bunch. Well, okay, maybe not a bunch, but like 5, I think. And then when we were near our Airbnb, I looked it up again, and I couldn't find the one that we thought about going to. But then I saw like 3 other ones closer to our area. Looked at the pictures, and I was like, yeah, they all looked cool, but like we wanted one that felt homey and comfortable and like going in, and it was like actually going to be like an adventure. So, hold on, I took my volume off, so now I don't know if and when Mr. Boyfriend texts. All right, I'm turning it back on. So we found one that looked really cool in a lot of the pictures. And hi Natalie, long time no see. I know, it's great to see you. How are you, Sin? Yes, Sin. So much has gone on. I miss you. I know I miss you too. I miss everybody. I haven't been watching anyone really, and haven't been crocheting very much either. FYI, I was Sin's Crafting Works. I figured it was you just because of the Sins. So, but it's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. It's been 2 months, almost 2 months. The 14th would be 2 months since I've done a live. Crazy, but life has just been crazy. So anyway, so I'm looking through the pictures, and Mr. Boyfriend goes, okay, did you find one? And I said, yeah, I think let's try this one. And he's like, okay. So we get there, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go in and see if they're willing to allow us to do a video or a tour. And he's like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and get the intro outside. I said, okay. So we do the intro, and we go inside, and it was like instantly like, oh my God, this place is amazing. I've been to a lot of local yarn shops. He has been now to a lot of local yarn shops. Okay, not as many as I have, but still. I have to say, if it's not number 1, it's number 2. It was amazeballs. So awesome. You walked in. First of all, there was this like electronic thing that said, I forget what it said, but like welcome or I don't know, something, but it welcomed you in. And it just felt right. And so we walk in to the actual store, and it was just awesome. And the 2 people that were working there welcomed us. And the one gentleman, Ken, was awesome. He was asking us questions, and I asked him, I'm like, I have a YouTube channel, and I do local yarn shop tours. Would you be willing to, would you allow me to do it? He's like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. Make sure you check out the second floor. What? Second floor? Are you kidding me? So he's like, okay, the first floor is like local yarn shop yarn, hand-dyed yarns, like the fancier stuff, so to speak. And upstairs are more economic ones. And then there's oh crap, I forgot to rewatch the video to remember what the term was that they used. It wasn't like discount hall, because discount, that's not what they used, but like the sale hall. Like you go down the hallway and there's like all kinds of stuff on sale. And then the name of the shop is Stephen B. Great shop. And so then, before we go upstairs. So anyway, so he goes, we're going outside to, why were we going outside? I think Mr. Boyfriend was going to go check on Miley. Or we were about to start the video, and he goes, don't forget to do the bathroom. And we're like, what? And he goes, don't forget to do the bathroom. And we're like, okay. So he's like, this bathroom is the Marie Antoinette bathroom. Oh my God, it's amazing. Like, and they had like vintage jewelry for sale in there. It was crazy. I can't wait until I get it edited and up. It'll probably be I'm hoping to have it up by next Friday is my goal. We'll see. So then he's like, and then upstairs, he's like, Steven's mother used to own a yarn shop when she passed, or before she passed away, but before she passed away, she said to him, when I die, you're going to get truckloads of novelty yarn. Lo and behold, after she passed away, he gets 4 17-foot trucks of novelty yarn. What? I know. So 2 rooms upstairs have like all kinds of buttons and like vintage, well, not even all vintage, but pattern books and all kinds of novelty yarn. The other room has like all the novelty yarn. It was incredible. It was some stuff I've never seen before. It was amazing. And and then there's a bathroom upstairs. I forgot what the name of that one was. It's on the video. So anyway, so Ken's telling us about all kinds of stuff, and he mentioned how Stephen is the ambassador to Africa for mohair. And that's a whole nother story. You have to come back and watch the video. So then Mr. Boyfriend, we do the tour. We decide what we're buying. And then Mr. Boyfriend's like, okay, we're checking out. I'm waiting for a receipt. And Mr. Boyfriend's like, I'm going to go out and hang out with Miley and take her for another walk. Because he had walked her like 2 times, I think, before that. So I'm like, okay. So he leaves. I'm waiting for the receipt. And the lady behind the desk was like, hi, Stephen. And she's like, hey, that's Stephen. If you want to, chat, if you have a few minutes to chat with him. I was like, oh my God, sure. So I go over there. Oh my goodness, Stephen is amazing. He is, what a pleasure to talk to him. He has stories on top of stories on top of stories. And he's such a pleasure to talk to. Such a nice guy. And so I was like, oh my God, I wish my boyfriend was in here so he could meet you. And so then there was a bag. I had asked if like what it took to qualify for this particular bag. This is the bag. It's the Stephen B. I guess he has a YouTube channel. It's the Stephen B. Experience. But I saw this bag. I'm like, what does it take to qualify? And they didn't exactly have an exact answer for it, but we didn't get to it. So I just wanted the answer. I wasn't wanting to get it for free. I just wanted the answer to know so that I can explain it in the video. And so I asked Stephen, I said, what does it take as far as sales to get this bag? And so he's like, I think he said $200. And I said, okay, or you can purchase it. And I can't remember what it costs. Anyway, so he goes, did you get one? And I said, no, because I didn't reach that amount. And he was like, well, I'm going to give you one. And I was like, I didn't ask you that, so you give it to me. And he's like, I know, don't worry. I want to give it to you. I said, okay. I was so excited. I wanted this bag so bad. Because, I mean, come on. It's neon. It's like crazy. And it's got his profile on it. So anyway, so I'm like, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this tour. I'll let you guys know when the video posts. And he's like, okay, great. So I go outside and I tell Mr. Boyfriend, I said, I met Steven. And he goes, are you kidding me? And I said, no. And he goes, I wonder if he wants to be interviewed. So I go back inside, or we go back inside. And I was like, Steven, would you be willing to be interviewed? And he's like, sure. We interviewed him for like 40 minutes, I think. And that may be a video of its own. He's got a huge following. He's like commissioned to teach. He has been commissioned. He did a tour, teaching knitting tour in the United States. Anyway, so we interviewed him. It was an amazing experience. But in the meantime, he was telling us about a fundraising, a fundraiser he's doing, the company that it's with or for, and as well as that, a charitable organization that he is involved with that goes hand in hand with it. So of course, my mind like perked up and I was like, okay, this sounds amazing. Now granted, it's not a local fundraising and charitable organization to me, but it is something that I thought was an amazing opportunity. And so I told him, I would love to somehow work with you on this. I have a channel. I don't know how much people are going to get involved, if anybody, and he's like, okay. So bottom line is I signed up. He didn't even know I did this. I went on to the website. It's The Longest Day. And I'll read what it's about for you because I don't know enough. I mean, I don't know like it verbatim, but it's based off of the longest day of the United States, the longest day, which is the summer solstice, which is June 21st. But it's a fundraising organization for Alzheimer's. And so when I went on to go look and whatever, I noticed that I could join Steven's team and have my own fundraiser, which in turn would help his fundraiser, which I didn't even know that. But anyway, so I created my own fundraiser because I have my own people around here that, I could take part with and have, get involved and whatever. And I figured I could let you guys know about it as well. But it's for Alzheimer's. It's The Longest Day. I have a fundraising page. The link is down below. Okay. There's a link to Stephen B's local yarn shop website. My fundraising link is there. So if you wanted to monetarily donate to my fundraiser, you're welcome to. Or there's another option. So he's telling me about The Longest Day. And then he was telling me about the charitable organization that supports Alzheimer's and dementia, which is called Alice. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot. Alice's Embrace. How do I forget this? It's embracing the people with Alzheimer's and dementia. So Alice's Embrace. He happened to meet the woman that runs this, whose mother passed away on the same day several years prior to his mother. And so they kind of had a bond. And so he wanted to take part in this. Now, that's the charitable organization. So there's kind of like a multifaceted thing here. If you wanted to monetarily donate, you could. There's no pressure. If you don't want to do anything, that's totally fine. I'm just letting you know what I'm involved with. If you wanted to monetarily donate, you could. And or if you wanted to make a shawl or a lapgan in particular, you could. And if you wanted to send it to me, I would then collect anything that was sent to me. I'm actually in the process of making one myself. And then depending on how many you have. If I have like a bunch all of a sudden from local people and anybody that wants to send something in if they want to, then of course we would drive it to him because we have no problem going to visit there again. And if it, if it's quite a while and I only have a couple, then I'll ship it to him. And he will then give it to Alice's Embrace. So when he's telling me about The Longest Day, he said, so now he goes, he had some yarn there. One of them was Cascade's Anthem Chunky. And then the other one I have open on my phone was also by Cascade. Both of them were donated to him by Cascade for the charitable event that he was taking part in. He was selling each skein for $6, and 100% of the proceeds is going to The Longest Day. So that was going to be part of his contribution to The Longest Day. And then out of that yarn, which most people that bought the yarn bought it to make the shawl or lapgan, which on Alice Embrace's website, there are 32 free patterns that you can choose from. I mean, you can make any one you want, but if you wanted a free pattern, they have them available. Out of that yarn, you could then make a lapgan or shawl and then donate it to a person who is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia. And the idea is it's something that embraces them, like a shawl or a lapgan, or, in this particular case, the yarn that he had was purple because the shawl that was donated to his mother by this woman that runs the Alice Embraces Foundation or charitable organization gifted a purple shawl to his mother who was suffering from Alzheimer's. So he had purple yarn available that you purchased. It was $6 a skein. 100% was donated to The Longest Day. And then the shawl made from it, or the lapgan made from it, would be donated to Alice's Embrace, to someone who was suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia. So I was very moved by all of this. And Mr. Boyerman's like, well, of course we're taking some. So we took 4 balls. We paid for, that was the second purchase that we did. We paid for it. He took it out to the car. And then I was talking to him. He's like, why don't you just go through the binder and see if you find a pattern that you like? And I was like, okay. So a lot of the patterns I was finding that I liked took a lot more yarn. Because, well, one, it was crochet, and crochet takes 30% more than knitting. And 2, a lot of the patterns I was finding were lapgans. Now, of course, I could convert it to a shawl, but so we went ahead and we got 4 more balls of it to make sure that we had enough. And plus, it was a great what's the word I'm looking for? Cause. So anyway, I have the link for my fundraiser that I signed up for. I have a goal. You could also sign up as a team member of mine and do your own fundraiser if you wanted to. But if you would like to monetarily donate, feel free. If you don't, that's fine. There's no expectations from me. I'm just letting you know. And or if you would like to make a shawl or a lapgan and send it to me to donate to Alice's Embrace, I am very willing to do that. I'm making my own. I have picked the Busy Bee. Well, the pattern I found was a lapgan, but when I went onto the website, there was the Busy Bee pattern for a shawl. So I'm doing a shawl, not the lapgan. Although I have enough yarn to do the lapgan, but this is a black and white copy. You're not probably going to be able to see it, but I'm all about bees, and those are supposed to be the bees, like the busy bees in the shawl. So that's the pattern I chose, and I got the Cascade Anthem Chunky yarn from him. Oops. Now, on his website, he has kits that you could purchase if you wanted to, because I guess there were a lot of people that didn't want to use. Now, I didn't realize this was acrylic. Okay, this is 100% acrylic. And in all honesty, I wish I was using a hand or a wool yarn or an anti-pilling acrylic, because my hands are still so dry that it causes it to pill a lot. Anyway, there were a lot of people that were wanting to use a nicer yarn. So he created some kits based on the requests that were coming in. So if you wanted to do that, you can pick if it's not, well, actually, I think I bought him out of the Anthem yarn. He has the other one on his website. It's $6 a ball. 100% goes towards the longest day. If you buy one of the kits, it's 25% of the proceeds goes to the longest day, because it's a more expensive yarn and it's his inventory. It wasn't donated to him for the purposes of charity. Or if you have your own yarn, and it doesn't have to be purple, it could be any color you want. Purple is his thing because what's the word I'm looking for? His mom's shawl that was given to her was purple, so it signifies whatever the word is. You know what I'm talking about. The shawl that was made for his mom. But you can use any yarn, any weight, any yarn, any fiber, whatever it is. If you would like to make a shawl or a lapgan and donate it and send it to me, we will either drive it to him or we will send it to him, depending on the quantity or the weight or whatever. And or if you want to monetarily donate to the fundraiser, you're welcome to. So that's that. Oh, let me show you the start of the shawl. This doesn't make sense, actually. Hold on a second. It doesn't actually say. Yeah, okay. So chain 66. That doesn't make any sense, because this is in no way long enough for a shawl. This is not 60 inches. This is 20 inches. But this isn't 66 chains either. Between my tension, the hook I'm using, and everything else, it was more chains than that. But it says chain 66. Hold on a second. Okay, there are no increases in this pattern. Okay, so this must be a rectangular shawl. The lapgan was 30 by. Okay, the shawl is saying 20 by 60. The lapgan was 30 by 40, maybe. I think it was 30 by 40. The shawl is 20 by 60. So I guess it's a rectangular shawl. But this is the start of my Busy Bee shawl. So you can see it's not a puff stitch. It's a free pattern, I guess I can tell you. It's actually it's a cluster. So you yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop 4 times, and then you pull through all of the loops that are on the hook. So that's my shawl that I'm going to be working on and sending or driving over. So that is my second announcement, is that I have started a fundraiser for the longest day. I have not chosen an end date. His end date is August 6th. He's like, if you want to use mine, that's fine. That's his mom's birthday. I don't know if I want to, I kind of want it to go longer than that. I reached out to the longest day, asked if I have, since I'm a team member of his, do I have to go by his date or can I create my own? They said I can do whatever I want with mine. I can choose whatever date I want. I can do whatever I want. It will not affect his anything. So I haven't chosen an end date yet, but it will for sure not be earlier than mid-August, if not into late September. So I will talk about this. I'm probably going to do a video dedicated to it, but have it a little bit more polished. Because I just signed up and created the fundraiser, I think yesterday or day before, something like that. But the third announcement kind of goes into that because I was planning on because I need to make sure I have enough inventory. And my baby octopi are my most popular. My stingray are also, however, they take a lot more time than the octopi do. It's funny. Somebody at the last vendor event was like, octopi? Really? And I was like, yeah, well, the original and proper term for multiple octopus is octopuses, or you can also use octopi. And she was like, oh my God, I never heard that. It was a whole crack up thing. Oh my goodness, they were laughing so hard. Anyway, my baby octopi in particular are my most popular. My my large ones are almost more popular than my medium ones. And my stingray take a lot more time. So I haven't actually made any more in a while. So I was planning on doing a 10-hour challenge on how many octopi I can make in 10 hours. Now, in all honesty, I can make all sizes because it's the exact same pattern, just different size yarn, different size hook, but takes the same amount of time. So I'm not sure what sizes I'm going to do, but I wanted to do a 10-hour challenge. And I was originally thinking, okay, I'll do a lapsed time video of me crocheting for 10 hours, breaking in and talking every so often, and then crocheting with you, and then whatever. And I was like, okay, I don't know, that something wasn't sitting right with me on that. And this was before all of this longest day and everything else. And I had even mentioned to Mr. Boyfriend, I'm like, I'm wondering, I might do a live instead. And he was like, okay, so you're just gonna, okay, let's figure out how that's gonna work. Because we both chew on all the thoughts. Because I have thoughts, he has thoughts. Oftentimes they're the same thoughts. Like 9 times out of 10, they're the same thoughts or very similar in idea. And then we combine, like we work it out and meld it together. Because as much as I am creative, oh my God, his brain. If I could have, I would say an hour, but that's not enough time. If I could have a day, okay, if that's too much to ask, 6 hours in his brain, oh my God. Okay, I think I'd probably go cuckoo because I know his brain is like, whoo. Okay, not out there like he's crazy, but like he has so many ideas about so many things, not to mention the fact he has a photographic memory. So it's like, seriously, people, we've been to, since we got together and the first time that we actually, no, we didn't see a concert the first vacation together when he first came down to Florida. The second time he came to Florida. So since end of April 23 until now, last year, beginning to like 3/4 of the year was very heavy in concerts. It has tapered off since then, just because life. But hold on, I'm going to tell you something here. Give me Give me a second. Because I have the list, because I add to it all the time. Since late April of 23, we have been to 77 concerts. Mind you, 3 of those days were full days of Milwaukee Metal Fest with 25 bands each day. So that's 75 bands. 2 days of Summerfest, which was, I think, 20 bands a day. Okay, so this is really a lot more than 77 concerts. Because Metal Fest of 4 days was considered one concert on this list. So 77 concerts. He can remember from like concert 25 who the 3 opening bands were, who the main band was, what shirt, if we got one from there. He will pull out of his hat, well, when I was 17, I went to this concert and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so were there, and the guitarist was this, the drummer was this. I'm not even exaggerating. My mom can attest to this. Oh my God, I would love to have a memory like his. By the way, Miley's doing well. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore that, but Miley's doing well. Where is she? She's in that bed. She's got 2 beds. She's got the big bed and her little safe bed, which she doesn't really use as a safe bed anymore. She uses it as a, I don't want to sleep there, I want to sleep there bed. Although if she is scared, she does tend to be in that bed because it's closer to the bedroom. Anyway, or our bedroom. So, side note, I would love to be in his brain for any length of time because, oh my God, does he remember? So anyway, I don't even know how I got into that tangent. So before this fundraiser came about, I was already leaning towards doing a live. Then the fundraiser came about. However, oh wait, somebody reached out to me today because back in earlier this year, I reached out to somebody about a show, and she didn't have anything open. And she reached out to me on the 4th. Somehow I missed it. And she asked if I would be interested in any of the summer markets or in the summer market. Actually, I think it's only one day. Well, no, it's a farmer's market. So I would imagine it's multiple days. Anyway, so depending on what I get into, what I decide when the high school ones are, if I do this one in October and November, or if I get into it, if I get into our local high school one, I'm going to need a lot of inventory. So then I was like, okay, I don't want to wait until, because I was thinking on the last day of my fundraiser, I could do a fundraising live. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to wait that long. I need to do it sooner. So I don't know exactly when it's going to be. It may be in June if I can figure out a time. But I'm going to be doing a 10-hour live. You guys know I can do it. I've done a 30-hour live? My very first auction, I think, was like 30 hours. And then my second auction, I think, was 12 or 14 hours. So you guys know I can do it. I'm going to do a 10-hour live that's going to be how many octopi can you crochet in 10 hours? Now, granted, I'm going to be talking a lot and whatever, so that's going to be taking some focus away from it. But it's also kind of going to coincide with the fundraiser and just having fun and talking about it. And if anybody wants to donate anything, whether it's a shawl, a lapgan, or funds. Well, okay, that a fundraiser is to raise funds. So it's just going to be like a knowledge-based 10-hour, how many octopi can I crochet? And if you want to also help me raise funds for the fundraiser live. I can't fit all of that into a title because I only have 100 characters. So I'm going to have to, figure that one out. But I need to see if Mr. Boyfriend has texted me, because where is it? I thought he was still at work. Hold on a second, guys. Looks good. How many ounces? I'm needing a new water bottle, because my water bottle, this one right here, it leaks. And it sucks, because I'm going to lose my Craftivist sticker, which, as you can see, is holographic and amazing. I have a bunch of other stickers, don't worry, but it sucks I'm going to lose this sticker. But I have this in the car, and oftentimes it's laying on its side next to me, next to the seat, or against the seat, like between the door and the seat. Not between, but in that area. Because when I have it on the seat, it doesn't fit in the cup holders. And when I have it on the seat, if I turn, it falls. If I stop, it falls. And then it leaks all over the seat. And that's really frustrating. So I need to get a new water bottle. Now, I have had this since like a month after I moved up here, which has been a year and a half. So, okay, it's lived a good life. It's been used every day, all day. It's basically what I drink out of all the time. And it goes with me everywhere. Like literally everywhere. Like we go to the library up the street to rent a book, and it goes with me, or in the car at least. But I don't know if he made an executive decision, because I didn't realize that when he texted that. Oh, he said I have a different one instead. He's funny. Okay. He said he found one the other day that would have been like perfect. I can't remember if he said it sparkled. It's something that was very much me. But for some reason, he wasn't sure if I would like it, and he didn't get it, or he didn't reach out to me about it. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but he didn't get it. And he was like, man, I should have gotten it. I don't remember why I didn't get it. When was I even there? And so it was that kind of a thing. But anyway, so evidently I have a different water bottle. And I didn't know he even left work yet. He was supposed to have an early day. Like he thought he was going to be done at 12. And a friend of his was going to come by here at 3 to help him with his motorcycle. And 34 ounces. I wonder how big this is. Okay, cool. Can't wait. Didn't know you were out of work. Thank you. Please drive safely. But I don't think his friend is going to be able to come. Oh, no. Oh, that's a shame. His friend's not going to be able to come over to help him with it because he needed to leave by 6, and it's 5:09. Oh, I feel bad because he's been needing to work on this for a while, and his friend has a motorcycle and knows how to do this and whatever. So it says there are 5 people here, but nobody's talking. So I don't know if what I'm saying has scared everybody off, or you just don't want to talk to me and you just want to hear my voice for however long I'm on here. How long have I been on here? An hour and 9 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes. So anyway, so those are the announcements. Scentsy party, so be prepared. And I mean, there's no pressure to buy anything with Scentsy, but that's out of the 3 company options I gave, Scentsy won. Pampered Chef was very close next, and I will have a Pampered Chef show. One of my friends that I've known for like over 20 years is my Pampered Chef consultant. However, a friend of ours who has been a friend on the YouTube streets. I don't know that she's been very active on YouTube in a long time, but she now does Pampered Chef and has asked me if I would be willing to do a Pampered Chef show for her. I let my friend know, okay, I don't mean my friend like she's not my friend, but my in real life friend, like personal friend that I've known forever, know that I will be doing a show. So don't be surprised if you happen to see it in Pam Chef Streets with a friend, but I want to help her out a little. So we will do that one. I don't, probably like later in July, possibly August. I have to look at the calendars. But I'm here, but we'll be going off in a little bit. Okay, Mom, no problem. I'm trying to listen, but it's hard with my brain going. I totally get it. No problem. So anyway, so Scentsy show is going to be open the entire month of June. We will do 2 lives on YouTube together. She's going to bring all her stuff here for at least one of them, if not both. Or I may go to her house for the second one. I don't know. And then it's going to be a Facebook party. However, I think she said I have to be personal friends with people to invite them. I don't know that that's actually the case. I mean, if that's officially the case, because I don't think I had to do that with Pampered Chef. And many of you were part of that party. Not that I don't want to invite everybody to be my personal friend on Facebook. However, I do try to keep things a little bit separate. I do have several people from my YouTube channel that I've become very good friends with that are personal friends on Facebook. But I don't know who all is going to want to take part in this party. And you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to figure that one out. But it will be open in the entire month of June. And I will let you know when it's active. We're probably going to make it active before the end of at the end of May, like a couple days before June. But once I know the details and have links and whatever, I will share that with you guys. I will do a video. And then second announcement was I have the fundraiser that will be open. I have the link. I will have the link in all of my videos. So if you want to donate monetarily, feel free. No donation is too small. No donation is too small. If you want to monetarily donate and you want to make a shawl or lapgan and send that in so that I can go ahead and hand that over to Alice's Embrace, awesome. If you don't want to do anything monetarily, but you want to be able to make a shawl and or lapgan and send it over to me. Oh, my P.O. box is in the description box of every video. I actually just recently renewed it. It's funny because I haven't gotten any mail except for other people's mail in my P.O. box and my bill. Okay, that's not like asking you guys to send me anything. I'm not saying that. It's just funny. But the P.O. box is in the description box of all of my videos. Letters, postcards, and I think even regular packages can go to the actual P.O. box 38. If something's being shipped by FedEx or UPS, and I think anything ordered from Amazon, let's say, has to go to the physical address that's on there. Now, see, in Florida, I was able to use the physical address with my P.O. box number attached to it for anything. Here, it's not the same, and I don't know I don't know. But anyway, so both addresses are always in the description box. So if you would like to send something, I mean, it's always best to donate something locally. But if you can't, or there's not something that you believe in or want to donate to locally, but you want to do something like this, again, it's to support Alzheimer's research is the fundraiser, and the charitable organization to donate a lapgan or shawl is the items will be going to a person who has Alzheimer's or dementia. And then I will be having the 10-hour live, the 10-hour, how many octopi can I crochet in 10 hours challenge live fundraising event. Date to be determined and announced when I figure that out. Okay. So now let's see what Mr. Boyfriend said. Since coming back from Minneapolis, honestly, it seems like the last several weeks has just been nonstop, something all the time, going. So there hasn't been a lot of time to put into getting our place back to the way it was when we had a friend visiting. And it looked really good then. Okay, it doesn't look horrible. I don't want to say that. We keep a pretty good control over it, but like papers on the countertop and the captain's chair full of yarn, because it's my go-to for craft fair stuff, because the craft room, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so yesterday, seriously, I started walking dogs at 9:30. I got home just after 3, enough time to literally come in, go to the bathroom, freshen up, get dressed, and leave, because we had a wake that we had to go to in the city. It took us 2 hours to get there. That was fun. And then we didn't get home until, I don't know, after 9, I think. Then what did we do? Oh, we ate and then went to bed. And then we're up at 5. I laid back down for like an hour after Mr. Boyfriend left for work. No, half hour. Then I was up, had to run 3 errands before I went to go walk dogs. I walked the dog. I was able to come home. I thought I was going to have an hour and a half. I'm glad I didn't wait to do my errands until then, because I would not have had time. I came home, had a half hour to try to clean up the place a little, but I needed to set up the live. So I set up the live. I had then 10 minutes to try to make the bed and do some stuff in there that I needed to do, and then clean up. And then I had 2 dogs to walk again, or 2 dogs to go walk. And then I came home and had an hour for when I thought Mr. Boyfriend was going to come home. He was supposed to get off around noon. That didn't work. 3 o'clock, he was still working. I had an hour to do everything that I needed to do, plus get ready for the live, because his friend was coming over. And so now Mr. Boyfriend said, no, he's not coming over, but the apartment's cleaner. So I said, I see what you did there. I'm joking. That's not what he did there. He just seriously was at work this whole time. You skipped all the Miley walks yesterday and today, LOL. What do you mean I skipped all the Miley walks? Oh, well, okay. Miley was walked, obviously. Miley was walked. Mr. Boyfriend left at like 5:45 this morning, and I was just super tired. So I went back to sleep for a half hour. I got up. I walked her, made some oatmeal, I think. What did I do? I don't remember what I did, but I was busy doing something. And then I came home. Was I able to record a video this afternoon? I may not have been able to record a video this afternoon. Wait, I'm talking to my mom now. Yeah, I did. Okay. And then, yeah, so Miley's walks are always first thing in the morning, and then in the afternoon, then early evening, and then nighttime as a general rule. Sometimes there's 3 times a day because she won't go out because she's very stubborn. But now that just made me think, oh, I was going to read you guys the longest days thing. It says the longest day is the day with the most light, the summer solstice. The longest day participants fight the darkness of Alzheimer's and all other dementia through a fundraising activity of their choice on a day that works for them. Well, okay. My activities for my fundraising day are crochet and or knitting, fundraising, and doing a live. So on the last day of my fundraiser, I will be doing that, but that's not going to be my 10-hour challenge video, which will be also a fundraiser, but not for my last day. Okay, on the day that works for them, with sports, tournaments, card games, parties, baking, and more, participants raise funds to advance the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association. So on that day, I can crochet and or knit, and maybe we could do trivia as the fundraising thing. For the first time, we have treatments that can change the course of Alzheimer's. While this is a tremendous step forward, our work is far from done. We won't rest until everyone living with the disease at any stage can get the treatment, care, and support they need and deserve. So that is the mission statement of The Longest Day, which is the fundraising organization that I'm doing a fundraiser with. Okay, so do you guys want a sneak peek? Because I have not recorded the video of the yarn haul from Stephen B. Okay, this is his business card. I think, well, this says Stephen B. Inspired, www.stephenb.com. And then there's the stephenb.tv. It's the Stephen B., the reality series streaming live. Watch, shop, indulge. So anyway, that's his website. This is in Minneapolis. I'm sorry if I'm not able to hold it too still. And then this is the Stephen B. experience. And evidently in the front, outside at the front of the shop, there's like a little nook where he does, I guess, his stuff. But I didn't see that. Mr. Boyfriend saw that when he walked Miley 1 or 2 or 3 of the times. But we forgot for me to go check it out. So next time we go, we'll have to do that. And it's funny because it was just so fascinating talking to the man. And he's all about sparkle and bright colors and everything else. I was like, oh my God, me too. And he had like you know how the painting on canvas and with sayings on it. And what did it say? Something like there's never too much glitter or I don't know, whatever it was very much me. And I said, that is me. And he goes, girl, that's me too. And I was like, I know. He's like, well, we can be friends. And, but it was very fascinating to talk to him, and he teaches knitting. So I'm actually thinking about trying to organize something here, especially since Mr. Boyfriend has promoting experience and stuff. We'll see. That's a whole nother thing. But he was talking about brioche knitting. I think it was brioche knitting, which is not the easiest thing to teach. And he said that, you know, people have said, oh my God, you have so much patience. And he's like, I have no patience for traffic, I don't know. He listed a bunch of stuff. Traffic was the one that stuck out to me because I totally understand. But traffic or this or that, he's like, but when it comes to knitting, specifically brioche knitting, I have all the patience in the world. Like, I will teach you all day long how to brioche knit without getting frustrated, without anything else. He goes, with me, when I teach, there are no mistakes. There are no wrong or right ways. If you find a way that works for you, that works for you. If you make a mistake, what is it called? They had a saying at the front of the store too. We don't make mistakes. I don't remember what the saying was, but it was basically like, there are no mistakes. It's just like a special thing in your work type of a thing. That's not what it is, but it's close enough. You guys can figure out what I'm saying, right? Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Have you ever taken a sip of something and like an air bubble or something comes up while you're trying to swallow? Yeah, that's what just happened. Excuse me. Anyway, while we were in Florida, I can't show it to you because Mr. Boyfriend stays off screen. But he has, since we were kids, I was like 18 probably, maybe. He was like 21-ish. He has had a picture I sent him like stored in his stuff. And he happened to find it when we moved in together. And so we have that up on a bookcase. Well, while I had a storage unit for years, and I finally was like, I got to move out. I don't want to be paying for this anymore. So while we were in Florida, we rented a truck, a U-Haul, a 12-foot, I think, or 12-foot U-Haul, I think. And as it turns out, we were like, oh, this would be big enough for the storage unit. And as it turns out, it would not have been big enough for the storage unit. But it took us 12 hours to go through that storage unit. But we made a pile for incinerator, which he took to the city area that they have a big incinerator. The stuff for the incinerator, the stuff to donate, and the stuff I'm keeping, but have to go through and downsize big time, which I'll do for the next several times I go down to Florida. So while going through stuff, I was finding a lot of stuff, like high school stuff and kid stuff and every stage in between stuff. But I found a picture. I knew we had to have a picture of our time that we had in Sanibel Island, which was a couple years after we officially met. Yes, we knew each other since grammar school. Well, no, we didn't. I was in kindergarten. He was in third grade. We have all the same friends, and we still have all the same friends. But we had never actually met. We had passed each other in the halls thousands of times over the years. But we never met until I was 18 and had my debutante ball back up here in Chicago. That's when we met. And then we wrote letters and talked for hours and pages in each letter for a couple of years. Actually, I think like 3 years. And then he came down. We had a magical day in Sanibel Island. I knew we had some sort of pictures. I remember taking pictures. And I found one picture in a frame of us. And it's incredible. It was just awesome. I just looked up at it. But from back then, I was 20. He was 23, I think, then. So a long time ago. 28 years ago. But it's super cool. Let me see what happened here. I've been listening the while time yelling my conversation out loud to you. I can't believe you didn't know Stephen B was, but oh my God, being in his store and chatting with him, squeal. Oh my God, you know him? It's funny. We did craft night at the library. This is the second time we've done it. You sign up and then you go with whatever craft you have and you work with whoever's there. This is the second time Mr. Boyfriend was the only man. But he's very confident in himself. And I'm actually, the computer is on what he's working on. It's a wood piece that he's going to burn. And he's designing it right now. And then he's going to wood burn it. But, and so I was working on the shawl. And somehow the conversation was that we went to Minneapolis and there was this, because they were talking about a yarn shop. There was a yarn shop that opened just a few months ago and it's closing. Everything's 50% off. Are we going to go? Maybe. I don't know. But we talked to the woman. We were supposed to go in there to do a local yarn shop tour. And she's closing. And it's crazy because it sounded like everything was great. So I don't know what happened. But that one bit the dust, which sucks. But anyway, so local yarn shop tours came up. And so then our trip to Minneapolis and this, that, and the other, and Stephen B. And so the woman that was next to us, who evidently watched my creativity video and then happened to go to creativity when she was in Florida, she's like, what's your channel name again? So I gave her my business card again. Anyway, so she goes, yeah, Stephen B has a bunch of patterns on Ravelry. Well, it's funny because I called him to confirm the information, because when I went on to his website and looked at the kits that he had, I noticed that it said that a portion of the proceeds were donated to The Longest Day. But he said that 100% of what we bought and the yarn that he had there, the 2 different yarns, went. And he said, yeah, he goes, the kits, because it's specialty yarn, hand-dyed yarn, 25% goes to it, but 100% of the Cascade, Anthem, and whatever. And so I was like, yeah, we were just at the library the other night or last night, and we were talking about our trip and you and your shop. And we told the ladies, if you're ever in Minneapolis, actually go to Minneapolis to go to Stephen B. Local Yarn Shop. Like, that is the reason to go to Minneapolis. And I'm not even kidding. So, and I'm like, they were all like, oh yeah, oh, next time we go, or when we go, or, oh, I have to go. And actually the lady that was talking to us about the Ravelry thing said that every year she and her daughters plan a trip, and maybe that's where she'll plan it for this year. Anyway, so she was like, oh, Stephen B, yeah, he has a bunch of patterns on Ravelry. That's so awesome. He was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for talking me up. And I was like, yeah, sure. We've told everybody we've come in contact with about you. But yeah, he is amazing. Seriously, like, you could listen to the man all day long. It's crazy. Just, it's fascinating to listen to him. And he was telling us about, because we asked him on camera, can you tell us about the fact that you are the ambassador to Africa for mohair? He said that he was at a craft fair or somewhere, and he was talking about mohair, and all this information that he had, a representative from Africa was there and said, you have to come to Africa and you need to tell, like, the locals more information about it, or something. I don't remember exactly what he said. You have to watch on video. And so he went, and 60% of the mohair that there is comes from Africa. And mohair is used in all kinds of stuff, to include, it wasn't skis. Was it skis? Crap, I can't remember. But the mohair is used in all kinds of textile stuff, because like, okay, the older goat mohair that's coarser is used in a lot of textiles, whereas kid mohair, which is the mohair that is primarily in the hand-dyed yarns that we use, the really soft mohair, that's from goats that are 6 to 9 months old. I think it's 6 to 9 months old. It wasn't 9 to 12 months old, something like that. But it's actually kid mohair, because it comes from kid goats or child goats, or baby goats, I should say. But and so he was like talking about all of it, and it was just fascinating. So he's like basically he was made the ambassador to mohair for Africa. The ambassador to Africa for mohair. However you say it. Anyway, but it was incredible. It was just so much fun listening to him. Like, I could listen to all his stories. And off camera, we were talking to him for a while and stuff. And when I called him, I left a message for him. And so he called me back, and he's like, thank you so much for stopping by. He goes, you two made my weekend. He's like, it was just so awesome to sit there and talk to you guys. Thank you so much. And I was like, oh my God, you made our weekend. What are you talking about? I love the things you have coming up. They are all exciting. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate that. I love, but I need to go. I will rewatch tonight. Oh, I have a Stephen B story too. Remind me next time. Bye. Okay, I'll remind. How about I message you right now to remind you, because I can't promise I will remember later. Leanne. Oh, I have to read about your daughter. Reminder to tell me your Stephen B story, please. Okay, I sent you the message for when you watch the replay or see this message. Anyway, so yes, lots of exciting stuff. but I think I was on a way of telling you something else, and now I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so tomorrow, Mr. Boyfriend works. It could be a couple hours. It could be until nighttime from early morning. But the first thing that came to mind for me to do is to take everything out of the craft room. That'll fill up like the kitchen and the dining room. Take everything out of the craft room and try to reorganize it in some way. Because even craft fair stuff isn't in there. It's in the guest bedroom. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. That's Mom's bedroom. Or the kids when they want to stay over. Anyway, it's funny. They're adults, but yet, they're kids because they're his kids. Anyway, so that was like the first thing that came to mind because I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's so much I need to do when I work on projects, when I'm working on inventory, when I'm needing busy computer work to do. Normally I'm on the coffee table and I'm working on it or on the bed. And then I'll get distracted by this. And then I'll get distracted by that. And then when I'm doing that, I get distracted by that. And then I'm doing that and I get distracted by this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I got to finish the first thing. And then 12,000 things later, I've done nothing of what I'm supposed to do. And then wonder why nothing is ever done. Let me know about Leanne's daughter. I will. I just have to read the message first. Anyway, so that was the first thing that came to mind because if I did that, it would be easier to do the other things that I need to do, which Mr. Boyfriend's suggestion was, well, you could go to the library, a different library, not ours. We like ours a lot, but it's oftentimes very busy and there's not really any quiet nooks that doesn't have some sort of traffic going all the time. So we found a different library that's not far from us that has like 100 nooks all over the place and seems to always be quiet, busy, but quiet. So he's like, you could go to the library for the day and you could work because I need to find craft fairs, which will primarily be the ones that I want to try to get into, but I have to find the way to get into them. You can work on craft fairs. You can work on the website finally because you want to do that. You can crochet. You could take your projects that you need to do. You could crochet. You could do it all there and be focused on it. Problem is sometimes I get distracted and then I find something on this website and then on this website and then whatever and whatever. But you can always find a way to not do what you're supposed to do, right? So, however, at the same time, I don't know that I want to be away from Miley the whole day again because we've had days like that. And Sunday is going to be kind of an away day for us. So I don't know what to do. But do you guys want a sneak peek, even though Leanne just left? Sorry, Leanne. Do you guys want a sneak peek at the Stephen B. yarn? Why do I have so many text messages? Who are they all from? Oh, okay. Okay. So my client's daughter showed her how to modify. Actually, she needs to show me because from what Rover told me, you can't modify. You have to cancel and restart. She goes, I'd have to cancel and then restart for the rest of my life, which is what she did to begin with. And I said, yeah, I know. Anyway, so there's not many people here. Is Granny D still on? How long are Granny D's lives? I forget. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you guys follow LA Crochet, ALLEZ Crochet Morgan. I follow her. She was live also. I don't know if she still is, but Dawn Aaron is also live. So there are a lot of lives, evidently. You know what's weird is for like 2 days, I got no YouTube notifications at all. Not one. whether it was a post, a video, a live, not one. I'm like, okay, am I like signed into one of my other channels that isn't like following anybody? Okay, well, not nobody, but no, I was signed into my main channel. Not one notification. I'm like, what is happening? So I went in to my notifications, the little bell thingy. I think it's a bell. All kinds of videos that have been posted and posts and whatever. Why haven't I got a notification? So I went in, I turned off notifications, let it save it, refresh, and turned notifications back on. Hey, I wonder if that's why I'm starting to get Grand D lives. Today's Friday. She would have gone live yesterday, but I didn't get a notification about her yesterday. I don't know. Very strange. But I don't know who's here. Let me see what it says as far as who's here. Oh, wait a minute. Why is live chat not on? What is this? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Anyway, I also want to remind, well, people that maybe watch the replay, I do still have my memberships active. If I have people as members, I will like make sure to dust the cobwebs off of all the different things. But as of right now, I don't have many. I have a few, but moderation activity. What are all these things? Participants. That's funny. It only says that I'm participating. What? It says there's 4 people in here. So I don't know. I don't know. Kind of have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to leave. I actually wish I had like something to eat. I'm not going to be live that much longer. I wonder if Mr. Boyfriend's coming home. And if he is, when he's coming home. I know there was something he may have wanted to go do this evening. I'm still here. Okay, Becky, you want to see? It's not like a ton of stuff. And most of it is from the like upstairs, the like affordable, more affordable yarns. But do you want to see what it is? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Well, I'm sure if there's anybody that watches the replay, that maybe they will. But all right, I'll just show you. So anyway, I told you guys about the yarn that I got that was 100% of proceeds go to the longest day. And that was the Cascade Yarns Anthem Chunky, which is 100% acrylic, 200 grams, 7.05 ounces, 218 yards, 200 meters. It suggests a 6 millimeter knitting needle, so a 7 millimeter hook. So why was I worried about using? Okay, it doesn't matter, but I don't know. Have you seen many rectangular shawls? I don't know. Sure, maybe I can stay focused for a few minutes. Okay. So anyway, machine wash warm, tumble dry, made in India, color number 34. It doesn't show up. It looks more blue in my camera. It's purple. Like it can't be more purple. That's maybe a little closer. No, okay. Here, it kind of looks purple. Anyways, we have 8 skeins of this because both the shawl and the lapgan call for 1,600 yards. The crochet patterns call for 1,600 yards of yarn. So We got 8 of them because otherwise having only gotten 4 wouldn't have been enough. So there's 8 of these. 2 of them are in my Stephen B bag. With my pattern and with the start of the shawl. Then I got these 3 yarns specifically for a particular pattern. Where is the pattern? They got it off of Ravelry. Purple or blue, it's still pretty color. Yeah, it is, really. It is. But it's like, it's purple. Like, it's a deep purple. This is for a particular pattern. It was on Ravelry. He emailed it to me. That's what it was. So this is Plymouth Yarn Encore knitting worsted weight. Made in Turkey. The color is number 477. It's 75% acrylic, 25% wool. 100 grams equals approximately 200 yards. Calls for a US 8 needles or an H or 8mm hook. No, H8 hook. H is not 8 because J is a 6. Anyway, US 8 needles. Okay, so anyway. Machine wash, gentle cycle, tumble dry low. This is color number 477. It's not that limey. I mean, it's neon green. It's neon green, but it looks on camera to me, it looks like slime green. It's not slime green. Well, I guess it could be. But this one is color 478. This is like super bright, hot pink. On camera, it looks like a light pink to me. It's like neon pink. And then this is like neon orange. It's color 479. But it's like a deeper, okay, here it's a little bit better, but it's brighter than that. At least on my camera. These were $8.50 a piece. Economy in the sense that it's not the price of like the hand-dyed yarns downstairs. Hold on a second. Where is he? Okay. Hold on a second. He's sending me a picture. Oh. Hold on a second. He's asking me a question. 60% off was $23.99. You pay $9.60. I have no idea where he is. I can't quite tell where these price tags are from. Maybe Ollie's? Doesn't look like it. I don't know where he's at. Is he at Joann's? What? I want to go. Yarn is 60% off, it looks like. What other yarn do they have? Any big twist, posh, or plush? Juicy couturier, velvet. What else would I want? What else would I want? What else would I want? Big Twist cotton. That's not 100% cotton. What else do I want? Hurry up. It made your eyes hurt. That's funny. Wait, hold on a second. The priorities here, people. Hold on. What other yarn do they have? Any Big Twist Posh or Plush? Those are like necessities. Juicy Couturier Velvet. He had some Bernat blanket. $6.50, I think. Good price. Ollie's had some. Oh, where's my Ollie stuff? For $4.99. What? Oh, it's right there. Hold on a second. He's sending me pictures. Holy cats, he's sending me pictures. Hold the phone. Bernat blanket. 60% off. $4.85. What? Bright orange. Dude. Hold on. Oh my God. 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 Wow, they have a lot of yarn. They have a ton of Bernat blanket. Okay, hold on. I need to tell him fun colors of Bernat velvet. All Bernat brights. Orange, blue, etc. What else did he show me? The variegated blue variegated. The variegated green for chompers. The blue purple, orange, yellow, chompers. Maybe one white. The blue, purple, white, maybe. What is he sending me? What is happening? Why are you there and I'm not? But the wobbles, which are stupid expensive, $40, stupid expensive, are now $16. They were $19.99, now $16. Okay, I like the Michaels. Michaels has a version of like what the wobbles are, like here's everything you need type of a thing. However, in stores, and as far as I could see online, it's only for intermediate and advanced, not beginners, whereas wobbles is beginners. So that's a thing. But if you think there is a cute wobble and you want to pay that, then okay, I guess. Uh-oh, more pictures. Hold on. Oh, dear Lord, that's the... Oh, they still have the neon yellow in Big Twist plush. Ugh, they're all ucky colors. Oh, black? Okay. The neon yellow, black. What else colors was there? That bright blue. Not right blue. Sorry, guys. That bright blue. You guys are shopping with me. And maybe coral. What else is that? Oh, and a white, I think. White would be good. And maybe one white. How much are they? $11.99 less 60%. So whatever that was, for something. Now that's a freaking good price. That's the price they should be. Not $11.99. Okay, I gotta pay attention to. They have a lot of yarn. They have a lot of yarn. I was wondering if they were closing. Rose said that she had gone to one, a little one by her mom. But I think this was a couple weeks ago. I think still in April. And they had some stuff. She asked them if they were going to get any more shipments in. They said no because they're closing like end of May or something, which that's when all the stores are supposed to be closing. But do I see a trip to Ollie's in your future? It was Joanne's. There's so much yarn, but he sent me all the pictures of all the yarn, I think. So there's a lot, but there's not that much. You know what I mean? But if they have the Juicy Couturier velvet, that's what I use for my scrunchies. Or they had Bernat velvet. So he knows. He knows all the colors. He'll make smart decisions. Anyway, so these three are for a project, of which was sent to me via Ravelry. And it's something that is made by many people. However, the pattern is different, at least different from what I've seen on all the videos of all the people that I follow that do markets. So, because I want to be different. I don't want to be doing what everybody else is doing. Okay, the emotional sport chickens. Okay, it started with emotional sport chickens. Then it went to pickles and potatoes and whatever. I do the positive potato. That's cute. And I do my care carrots. Yes, they're care carrots. Krista with Secret Yarneries pattern. I love her. I'm still one of her moderators. Excuse me, but I do my care carrots. But I want to do something different. But yes, you do see a trip to Ollie's in my future. Wait a second. Mr. Boyfriend is texting. I know this is rude, but this is serious business here. Okay. So what is next? Now, you guys tell me, because this just came to mind. This particular pattern that is with these three colors. Okay. These are the same three colors they have of their sample one. Okay. It's a different brand yarn. They just didn't have these three colors in it. And I wanted these three colors. However, around part of it, they had some novelty yarn. They had like no, it wasn't eyelash. It was like an eyelash with something, like maybe a ladder yarn with eyelash, maybe around part of it. None of the novelty yarn, except for what I'm about to show you, may work for it. Oh, stop. Stop. The ice cream truck is coming. The ice cream truck is coming. Do you hear him? Stop, Miley. Can you hear him? Okay, stop. It's the ice cream truck. I know, I got excited. She thinks she missed something. Do you hear him? Did you hear him? It's the ice cream truck. We actually tried to follow him one time. And it didn't matter where the music was coming from. He wasn't there. Or at least not by the time we got there. Anyway, okay. So, I I don't know if I want to use that for this purpose. And that I don't think will work. I have a novelty yarn that could work for this. However, it's from HHF. Hedgehog Fibers. Sorry, for a second, I lost my brain for there. I couldn't think of it. Hedgehog Fibers. And if you know Hedgehog Fibers, they're the ones that have the holographic part on their label. Very expensive. Not cheap. So it would look probably amazing on this. But I'm not using it. Unless this is for me, I'm not using it for this. Not going to work. Not going to happen. Okay, wait. Let's see what Mr. Boyfriend is saying. Uh-oh, more attachments. Ooh, Juicy Couturier. Red. I think that's the pink I use. No. The light pink. Oh, wait. Is that the thick or... No, it's not. Okay. So the light pink and the red, I think. I don't know that I like the other one. What's the name of the other one? What's the name of the darker pink? I don't know if it's pink. But the light pink and red for sure. I've never seen Juicy Couturier Velvet anywhere else other than Joann's. I can look online, obviously, but so $9.99 less 60%, $4. Okay, that's reasonable for that. But that's for my scrunchies, and I could get, depends. Sometimes I do more rounds around the rubber band, and then I can only get 3 out of it, but then I make a multicolored one out of the balance of it. But if I do less rounds around the rubber band, then it's like I have to find a good balance, but I could get 4 out of it. Anyway, so the light pink for sure and the red. Totally. Yeah, I'm going to get yarn. Yay! Okay, anyway, back to Stephen B. Okay, so there's 2 of these, and these are amazing. Like, totally amazing. This is, okay, so this is part of his mother's stash from her yarn, not her stash, her yarn shop. Except I can't really see what this says in my... Fling, Crystal Palace Yarns, 95% nylon, 5% metallic fiber. However, this metallic actually looks like it may be either Angelina or Stellina. It is. It's not metallic. So I have no idea what they're talking about. But this was $4 each. Now, on a lot of the stuff that was in from his mom's store, and in the discount, it doesn't sound right. It's not what they use, but the discount haul, if it was marked with, I think, the green marker, it was 30% off. And if it was with the blue marker, maybe it was 50% off, something like that. Some colors, 30 and 50% off. Otherwise, it was priced as marked. These were $4, but that's not bad for some novelty yarn. Let's see if I can hand wash or machine wash, gentle cycle, dry flat. I don't think I would wash this. Straw into gold, I think, is the colorway. But this is called Fling. And you see what I'm talking about? It's not metallic. That's like Angelina or Stellina, which is basically plastic, but not. So there's 2 of those. Okay, now here it looks a little bit closer to real. It's like it's not mustard yellow, but it's like a yellow orange. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna clash with the orange. I was thinking as the novelty part of it. Okay, it could work if I keep the orange. Like if it was more this, if it was more this, seriously, if it was more this way, it could work. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. But the thoughts are running. Otherwise, this was going to be something, that's basically it. This was going to be something I was thinking about using on the, like on the edging of a lovey, maybe, or something. I don't know. Hey Aisha, welcome. How are you, my friend? I thought it was peach colored. No. Mm-mm. Well, not really peach. So if you actually look at it here, it's almost the orange, but not really. But I guess maybe peachy orange. I don't know. Anyway, so that's a possibility. I don't know yet though. Then these, ow, this is fun too. This is Fiore, which I have heard of, and I think may even have Fiore. It's made in Italy. 50 grams, 42 meters, so probably about 50 yards. 60% viscose, 40% polyamide or nylon. Oh, this is cool. This is in Italian. This is when it was actually from Italy. Oh man, this stuff is almost priceless. This didn't have, oh yeah, it did. 130 yards for this. And this was how much? 42 meters, so about 50 yards roughly. But this is awesome. It's got these little bows, as you can see here. Well, it's not really bows, but where is my finger? Right there. It's not really bows, but it's kind of, sort of. Well, yeah, I guess it is. But the color is orangey pink. It depends on the lighting, but there's pink in it and orange. It's incredible. Incredible. Oh my gosh. There was more of this, but the thing is one of these was marked. Yeah, this was supposed to be 50% off. That was the green line, was 50% off. So the other one was 30. But this one was not marked. And I was like, well, I could go upstairs and find another one. And this one was $6, marked 50% off, which means $3. This one was marked $4. So she gave me both for $3. Honestly, I wish they had like a basket full of that. I wish I'd gotten it all because it's amazing. Peach to me is a light or pale orange. Okay. So then, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then there were two of these, which are just fun. This I think I'm going to use for the edging of a lovey blanket. This is Patton's Cha-Cha? Maybe the label's right over it. Could be Cha-Cha. Calls for 8mm needles. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. So 8mm needles, 9mm hook. I don't see why. 100% nylon, 77 yards, 50 grams. Color is 02004. Look at that. So fun. So I figured on the edge of a lovey, I thought it'd be fun. It's kind of like an eyelash, but curled. You know what I mean? So that's fun. And there's like purple and yellow and pink and I guess peach, actually, now that you say that. But super fun. Then I searched high and low. They had it basically color coordinated, but there were some that were just kind of like sticking in different areas. I looked everywhere for another one. I couldn't find it. This is amazing. Well, I think it's amazing. Not so much. This is also fuzz. Wait a minute. What else was fuzz here? No, this was fling. This is fuzz. No, this is fizz. Darn it. Something yarn, straw into gold. It's something fizz. Palace yarns, maybe? Yeah, Palace yarn Stardust. 120 yards, 50 grams. 86% polyester, 14% metallic fiber. And that's funny because, okay, I can see that this being metallic, maybe, but it's again like Stellina or Angelina, where it's like wisps of, not like metallic spun with it. Color 9517. Spun in Taiwan for Crystal Palace yarn. Look at this. What? That's amazing. Again, it's like an eyelash kind of, sort of, trying to find a strand of it. Yeah, it's basically, okay, Mr. Boyfriend needs me. It's basically an eyelash, but it's amazing. I think it's almost like Christmas colors. It looks like green, red, orange, whatever, but it's amazing. All right, there was one of those. Hold on a second. What sizes are these hooks? 4, 5, 6 millimeter, and 11, 13, and 15. No. 8, 9, and 10 millimeter. 8, 9, and 10 millimeter. Yeah, I could use those. Although I used to be into Susan Bates hooks, but how much are they? How much are the hooks? Juicy Couturier. Oh, that's the XL. I don't want the XL. The light pink and red non-XL will work. Okay. All right, that's it for right now. But he's still at Joann's. Okie dokie. So then this one was fantabulous. It is an eyelash kind of sort of yarn. The colors are magnificent, and there was only one. Like, if there were 100 of them, I'd want to buy 100 of them. Okay, I don't know that Mr. Boyfriend would have been cool with that, but I would have wanted to buy 100 of them. It is, could they make the writing any lighter? Flutter. Made in Italy. Like, this is when it was made in Italy. 75 yards, 70 meters approximate, 20 grams, 100% polyester. Is Farbay 44. Is that color? It recommends a 3 millimeter hook and needle, which normally you do a size up in hook from whatever the needle suggestion is. Original was $8. They had it for $4. Look at this. Oh my God, it's not doing it justice. Like, at all. It is like a peacock. Imagine the electric blue and electric green, and that's what this is. It is spectacular. It is not doing it justice at all on camera. OMG. Not doing it justice at all. It is so amazing. But there's only 75 yards of it. I was thinking the edging of a lovey, but I don't know. I kind of want to do something for myself on that one. And then we made one purchase because I always like to get a yarn brand that I've never heard of, preferably a local yarn dyer anywhere I am, or a brand I've never either heard of or had. In this case, there was one local-ish yarn dyer. They were from Idaho. Wait, Idaho? Iowa. Iowa is more local, right? I don't know. Somewhere. It was an I state. And there was nothing wrong with the yarn. It just wasn't something that called to me or spoke to me. So this was one I've never heard of and have never, well, obviously I've never had. I've never heard of it. But it's Shelby Strings Yarn Co. And it's www.shelbystrings.com. Hand dyed in Ankeny, Iowa. Oh, wait a minute. But this wasn't the one I was thinking that I remember. Hand wash, cool, lay flat to dry. It's the springy sock, fingering weight, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 437 yards to 100 grams. And I guess the colorway is called Hoku, Hoku. Oh, it's not doing it justice. But I love all the colors in it and the hot pinkedness of it. The hot pink and like this orangey red and the purple, and I love the greens, just all of it. Now there's not really any speckling. It's just the colors that dyed in or ran into each other. But it is so pretty. So pretty. So awesome. Now, when it comes to and that's the entirety of the yarn haul from Stephen B. When it comes to oh, that's worth it. What was I saying? Oh, for crying out loud. I was thinking in my mind I was going to talk about my website, but when it comes to my website, what I'm kind of wanting or hoping to have it more geared towards are my like higher end items like the shawls and or scarves and or blankets and or hats that are made from the hand dyed yarns, regardless of what size yarn it is. That's what I would like the primary focus of my website to be. And then I would have a section for amigurumi or stuffies or I don't know. I'm going to think of a creative name for each section, but that's kind of what my brain is gearing my website towards. So, well, okay. those items plus like my larger, what's the word I want to use? Larger, like specialty amigurumi. That's not really what I'm thinking, but like um I have a few like large pieces that I'm planning on doing as far as like stuffies. And like those pieces and like I said, my shawls, my scarves, my hats, my anything that's made with my hand-dyed yarns. Excuse me. So we'll see how that goes. I just have to get the pictures of the stuff. I'm like falling into the couch because I'm sitting in the center, like between the cushions. I just have to get great pictures of stuff and get it set up with. I have pictures of some stuff. So if anything, I want to just get that started and then move on to other stuff. But anyway, I think I'm going to get going. I was hoping there'd be more traffic on here, but then again, I haven't been on alive in a long time and people aren't getting my notifications. Even people that watch all of my videos and replays and whatever aren't getting my notifications. So it's very frustrating because I don't know who then is getting my notifications. But I am going to get going. I will be doing a video hopefully sometime soon regarding the fundraiser. And once I get all the details finalized as far as the 10-hour live challenge / fundraiser and when my last day of my fundraiser will be and what that is going to entail as far as like activity wise, and all of that stuff. I'm going to record videos for that and I will post those. I will also be posting the Stephen B local yarn shop tour. I may have to do his interview separate because it was a little bit longer and the yarn shop tour was, not short. So I have to see how long that's going to be. But those videos are going to go up. I also have my yarn prep, or market prep, market and market recap, which really there isn't much for my last market. And I think I have something else, but I have to check that out. So I have some videos I have to edit and get them scheduled and have them go out. So that's planned. I will do the videos for more information on the fundraiser and all of that. If you have any questions, if you're still here, let me know. I will answer it. Again, if you would like to, I will have the link to my fundraiser in any video going forward. So if you'd like to donate monetarily, no donation is too small. Feel free. If you would like to make a shawl or lapgan to donate to Alice's Embrace and send it to me, I will make sure it gets to them. And that will be donated to a person who is suffering from Alzheimer's and or dementia. And that's what the fundraiser is for Alzheimer's. I will give you all the details that you need for the Scentsy party once I have it and everything is finalized and set up and everything else. And when those lives are going to be scheduled. So I have a lot of stuff I need to put out there so that it's there. So anyway, I thank you to those who are here. Thank you for anybody watching the replay. If you're watching the replay and you're still here, what do I want you to comment? What is your homework? What do you think I'm making out of the neon yarns? There you go. Anyway, so it was good to see those of you I haven't seen in a while, or some of you that I haven't seen in a while. And I look forward to seeing you here in the near future. Make sure to check back for Stephen B's local yarn shop tour and interview. And I will talk to you guys soon. Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. My mom, I think, left, but she always says hi and bye to everybody. And thank you so much for the continued thoughts and prayers for her. Thank you for the continued thoughts and prayers for Mr. Boyfriend and I. I almost slipped and said his name, although I've done that multiple times in the past. Remember, be positive. For every season, there's a reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. If you need extra prayers but don't want to share publicly, email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com, and we will make sure to do that. If you don't mind me sharing it publicly but anonymously, let me know that too. I will do that. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day, wherever you are in the world and whatever time it is. Have a great day, night, morning, whatever. I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.